Okay, so I know I said I was done with Ground Zeroes, but I felt that it was a bit of a cop-out not to show an S rank of the main mission after I S ranked every other mission. So here's Ground Zeroes on hard mode. Just like with Deja Vu mission, hard mode really isn't like it's only harder because the soldiers can actually see farther and sense you further, and that's about it. There's no like more soldiers than usual. I don't know how this is going to work in the Phantom Pain. It's probably going to be a lot harder, mostly because if you look at the tech demos, they add more soldiers if you suck at the game. So I mean, on hard mode, you're gonna suck a couple times, especially if you don't restart once you get caught, like I do, because I'm awful. But yeah, you can sprint right to this place as long as the spotlight isn't on you in normal, but you have to wait until they're done with their conversation, those two outside the fence, before you can sneak on over. So I mean, it does involve a little bit more waiting, and this really scared me away from doing any of the hard mode missions, but it's really not that bad to deal with. So instead of crossing the camp to the left of us, I'm just going to go around the outside edge, just because there's a lot less soldiers to deal with. So this just requires us to sneak through the grass over here and then take cover behind this thing. And eventually he'll stop looking at me. So one thing I didn't really talk about in the main quote-unquote LP was the companion app. I don't know if you just heard that, I just opened it up. The companion app is basically a little mini-game sort of thing, where you like simulate the mother base, you send soldiers on missions and stuff, and you upgrade the base with all the cash you get. And it's a little one of those like kind of like it's a pretty casual game. Like there's no like micropayments or anything, but it's all timed, and you have a little accelerometer thing that you can hold down and it will speed up time, and the only way to recharge that is to wait for that amount of time to reload. So I mean, it's one of those games where you play the game for like maybe a good 15 minutes where you just speed everything up and do about 5 hours work in fast forwarded time, but that's about it. And it's basically it's kind of like a tech demo for the main game and how building up Mother Base is going to work. It even says Mother Base VR Simulator version 1 beta release. So this might have just been a thing to see if this worked out, and that's how they're going to deal with the Mother Base thing. The other part of the companion app is actually an iDroid itself, in which all the functions of your iDroid in the game by pressing start are right on a tablet or a smartphone. And unfortunately, I have the Xbox 360 one, which is the only console which requires the companion app to run through Xbox Glass, meaning everything runs like ass, and it's really hard to use. And I tried to show it off in the video, but it's so hard to use this when everything is delayed and just runs like ass. But if we use the iDroid, if you connect the iDroid through the game with a little code, you actually get all the audio cassette tapes that you've gotten in the game, including the music. So, and that seems to work fine, like speed-wise, even though the same menu in-game, as in when the game is connected to the actual game, kinda sucks. This one actually works fine, and it's really easy to use. So I'm guessing it's just because it has to run through not Google Glass, that would be awful. Ew, a little thing on your eye? Actually, that'd be awesome. But Xbox Glass. So I don't know. I'd need to see a PlayStation version of it, or an Xbox One even. Like, that one doesn't have to run through Glass for whatever reason. But yeah, we are almost to Chico. I'm just trying to get these guys out of the way and pick up their gun. Yeah, you only start this mission with the tranq pistol and some flares and magazine, I believe. Which is enough that's all you need. You can, I mean, everything else is OSP, but nothing's really important. Anyway, let me just change the soundtrack after that cutscene. Mostly cutting out the cutscenes because honestly, you've seen it before. So yeah, this you get the Jamais Vu and the Deja Vu cassette tape near the little cave that I'm going to bring Chico to in their respective missions, just on like a rock. And each of them has 2 songs, and the Deja Vu mission has like the overworld theme or whatever. I don't even know. It's the theme of Terra. I don't know who Terra is because I haven't played Metal Gear, the first one, well, to completion or whatever. and the boss theme from Metal Gear Solid, and the Jamais Vu cassette has the ambush theme from Metal Gear Rising, and The Pleasure of Tension from Snatcher, which is a great song and what is currently playing. So let's just get rid of these guys. And anyone who is in like the first half of hard mode mission, you should probably just knock out with your tranq pistol, even if you have to CQC them first. Just because they, I've found that just knocking people out with CQC, they wake up so quickly. But if they're in the second half of the mission, you probably should be okay. Anyway, let's just run Chico over. Pause is dead, by the way. So I'm gonna go and get the other, all the other guys who are in the POW camp, just to make sure that I get an S rank. I mean, it's kind of a cheating way to do it, but you kind of need reflex mode in hard mode most of the time. And I mean, they're fun to fuck around with, so who cares? Right now, I'm just trying to get a combo where I can knock like 3 of their heads with that magazine. Oh, there we go, I got 2. Anyway, let's just put all these guys in the helicopter. It took a while for me to get an S rank in this mission, but mostly because I kept getting bored. I didn't cut this out, did I? I edited it. I can see the cut, but I didn't cut this out. Whatever. You've seen it enough. It's fine. What? It's like a couple extra seconds? Fuck it. But it's just sort of a... What was he saying about... Yeah. I got bored and kept putting sleepy guys in a Jeep and then driving them towards another one. That, and I was trying to screw around with the tablet at the same time, so it was kind of hard. I mean, it's all my fault, mostly. That and not being careful. Not tagging all the dudes I needed to. Tagging is a lifesaver. Just because it makes it so much easier to aim headshots from further away. You should just... Basically, if you see a guy tag him, it's worth it, especially on hard mode. Anyway, I'm going to get back in the back of the truck just because it's going to be the easiest way for me to get a ton of tranq darts. So I'm just going to make a cut here. There we go. So back there, just like in, I think it was the Intel guy mission. Not the Intel guy mission with Hideo Kojima. The when we had to find that guy and CQC him and get the cassette tape, and then the guy died and everyone freaked out. Yeah, that mission, you can find him there. I think you can find them there all the time, actually. So if you ever need like 3 boxes of tranq darts, always look there. Anyway, so back here is going to be my little man pile. All these guys are seeing me drag this guy back here, and they're all going to freak out about it. So I just gotta get rid of them. There we go. And just pop him in the head. Where's his head? There it is. Poof. Right, so we got 1 more, and 1 guy standing up. And there we go, reflex mode. I'm going to use a lot more of that. Basically, like, I try to go through missions without getting a reflex mode, and then when it happens, I'm like, just, whatever. Let's go. And then I just use it as much as possible. So yeah, I'm just checking out what's in here. Smoke grenades, those are cool. And now we got the silenced rifle, so let's just get rid of these cameras because we're gonna have to carry POS back out. So since I already knocked out all the guards in the area, we should be relatively okay. Even if they're in caution, we can still deal with that. Caution's no big deal. It's when they're like, ugh. Especially when there's not a lot of guys in the area. If it's on your own terms, caution's pretty okay, except for when you do idiot things like this. Okay, let's just get really lucky with these headshots. And then this guy goes into reflex mode. It's okay. I got it. Reflex mode is really intense, and it's only because it's like, man, I've been in this mission for like 20 minutes now. Come on. Okay. So I know people are going to come back after I grab POS because of the whole shift thing. So I'm moving these guys out of this doorway just because someone always appears in that room. So the room I'm about to go in that usually loses frame rate, but for some reason this time it didn't. Shrug? I don't know. But here we go. There's also a trial mission for eliminating rodents. I don't know. Anyway, let's just grab POS. So right now it's just a matter of getting POS out of here and not getting caught, which is, well, would be easy, but I'm trying to be fancy. You know what? I never use smoke grenades. They're only good in one situation, and that's when there's like 4 dudes all standing around in a circle and you want to CQC them all, which only happens if you actually... It's very hard to get those 4 dudes together. You can only do it if you rescue Chico first. Not Chico. POS first. They will all appear outside of POS's door. There will be 4 dudes, and you can just throw a smoke grenade in and CQC them all. I was preparing for that because I kept going for POS first, trying to get something to happen. But yeah, there's 2 dudes here, and they see the dude that I put on the wrong side of the door for whatever reason. But that body should be a good enough distraction that I can just get around them if I put POS on the ground. And look at that. That was completely unintentional, but it ended up working out. Get over there. And this is basically where I stop, like, tranq darting people in the head after slamming them to the ground. Because right now it's just basically, not exactly a straight shot, but basically a straight shot to the landing zone to get rid of POS and get her out of here, and then she blows up. Yep. So in one of my runs, 2 people got in that Jeep and drove off. I don't know. See, there's so many variables to how missions go too that it's kind of really hard to what's it called? Like, choreograph these missions, which is one of the reasons I had so much trouble with that with the destroy the shooty things. The anti-air emplacements. Just because, like, when the thing starts depends on how it goes. How the AI feels like moving depends on how it goes. How, like, when people go and stuff. Like, sometimes that rocket dude who runs right past me in that mission, like, doesn't go down the side of the fence I'm about to go down. He will go down much further down for whatever reason. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, it does. I mean, that's the fun of it. Just changing up how the AI does it so you can't make a plan through multiple playthroughs, which does make replayability go up a lot. I mean, the problem with me is just that I'm a lame... I'm just a loser, so I just keep replaying things, trying to get more and more perfect and better. But let's just do that. Oh man, I got lucky. So lucky. So there's only like 2 more dudes that I have to deal with, because all the shifts changed and made it a lot easier to get down this path. Remember in the my blind playthrough of this, how I just called a helicopter in like the middle of every single soldier in the world. Well, anyway, the like secret objective is an escaped POW who usually appears there, but I don't know where he is. I don't know if he only appears if you don't save everyone from the POW camp where Chico was. I know that he does appear between Paz and Chico, so I might have had to do Chico and then go save him and then get Paz. I don't know, but I attempted to do that and I didn't. That was really only to show it off though, so I don't really care. I'm just going for the S rank at this point, and I just kick him and he falls over. I think he was supposed to fall over the edge, but he hit the lamp, the spotlight, so he just fell. I don't care either way. He's knocked out, and we're almost out. We just got one last dude to deal with, and he's hiding in here. But oh wow, I was gonna say, well, we do have, what is it? Not 29. It can't be. It was 8 plus 11, which is 19, not 29. I had 19 darts left, so who cares? Alright, so since... Oh no! This is the most stressful thing in my life. And I did it. And my favorite part about people in Jeeps is when you knock them out, they immediately hit brake, park, and then fall right out. Like, they're so good at that. I was kind of hoping he would just keep on driving forward, and I would have to, like, throw pass and jump out of the way not to die. I mean, that would totally make me losing this mission worth it. If he just kept rocketing forward, but unfortunately, he's able to stop. Anyway, just gonna cut ahead to when that chopper gets here, because we're almost out of this mission. And we're almost done. So, the mission's not too hard on hard. It's just you just have to be a lot more careful, really. That's about it. Tag people so you can see them, knock anyone out who's going to be in your way, pre-plan sort of things, and be able to work on the fly. That's all you really need to beat the hard mode missions. I mean, basically, you just have to be good at the game. And there we go. And look at that gun jiggle. And he doesn't say anything. I forget if he doesn't say anything in the normal one, but yep, there you go, an S rank. And it's all because I took the prisoners. If I didn't, I would not have gotten an S rank. Which is kind of cheap, but you do what you have to. So that was Ground Zeroes, and I will see you next time.